Let's go ahead and take a look at another example. Here we have a question that states, what proportion of values fall below a z of 0.50? Okay, so what proportion of values fall below a z of 0.50? So here I sketched my normal curve, which you should always do as you start this type of problem. And I'm going to label the z-score on the curve. Okay, so here, once again, I draw my z of 0, which is right down the middle. And then 0.5, below 0.5. So you have to ask yourself, 0.5, is that to the right of 0 or to the left of 0? And 0.5 is to the right of 0. It would be somewhere around here, just approximately. Now the next thing is, we've labeled the z-score on the curve, 0.50. So next we have shade the area that represents your answer. Now I want to tell you, this is usually, of these 4 steps where problems occur, are step 3 or step 4. Okay, step 3 often is one of the main areas where a problem can occur. And by drawing our distribution, by labeling the z-score on the curve, and then finally, by shading the area that represents our answer, if we can do those 3 steps correctly, typically we're going to get the right answer. Okay, in step 3, shading the area is where problems happen. If people don't shade the area, but they just do it in their head and then look up the value in the table, often they'll make a mistake. So I really recommend shading the area. So let's go ahead and do that together. What proportion of values fall below the z of 0.50? So here, we're going to shade below z of 0.50. And notice I'm shading everywhere to the left of 0.50. And I'm shading there because it's below 0.50. So here, I've shaded this area. And I want to ask you, is this the proportion in the tail or the proportion in the body? If you look at this, notice the body, recall, is the larger portion and the tail is the smaller portion. So if I look here first, the unshaded area, that would be a smaller portion. The shaded area is the larger portion, or the portion in the body. So to get our answer, we want to look up in our table a z of 0.50, and then we want to go ahead and look under the column proportion in the body. Okay, and if you do that, you'll see a proportion of 0.6915 in the body, and that is what this area, this shaded area, is equal to. So the answer to our question here is, what proportion of scores fall below a z of 0.50? That answer would be, the proportion is 0.6915. Okay? Or if I convert it to percentage, just for practice, you don't have to do that to answer this question, but I could say 69.15% of the values, or 69.15% of the scores, fall below a z of 0.50.